Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from MouseSteps.com.
And this is episode number 6 of MouseSteps Weekly.
Sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Winter Garden, Florida.
And this is the Art of Animation episode.
Disney's Art of Animation Resort, which opened officially to the public on May 31st, 2012.
And we were there.
We were there. I booked a night, and we actually had a great time.
It was a very busy time, but a great time.
It was very busy. We knew pretty much everybody there.
Yes.
But this is the lobby. We will show more in future episodes as well, but today we're doing the lobby, a room, and the pool area.
That's correct, the big blue pool.
And this is the lobby area with all the animation, and there's so much animation to look at.
And you'll notice this begins with rough sketches, and it slowly works its way to more finished and more finished. And as you walk from the beginning to the end of the lobby where you check in, the artwork is fully realized. So it's really a nice storytelling device.
And you can see Little Mermaid, Cars, Finding Nemo, and Lion King, just like the different sections of the resort are woven throughout this artwork.
Right, and they're all mixed together, but they tell a unified story, really, of animation, the story of animation. So, again, I think it works. It works really well, and it's a great way to get acclimated to the hotel.
In the background, you'll see what looks sort of like a chandelier, and it has almost that effect. It's different little pieces of artwork, and you can see the light coming through. It's actually one of my favorite areas of the lobby.
And there is a authentic John Lasseter signature on one of the pieces of art that's attached to the chandelier.
Way, way beyond anybody's reach.
That's probably a good thing.
And there's all kinds of other, I don't know if that's from Lion King right there.
That's Lion King, right? There's Lion King. There's Little Mermaid down there. There's a shark from Finding Nemo.
There's so many sketches in this fixture, and it's a lot of fun just to look through it.
And what's nice about this is depending on what time of day or night you are there, it all looks different. Because as you can see, they're backlit with those little lights, so at nighttime they look differently. The color's different. And
this is a very, very vibrant area as well. And this is more artwork from all of the 4 sections of the resort. And just beautiful.
And it makes sense too. You're seeing colorized animation, which leads to the ink and paint shop, which is their shop, and we'll have more of that next week.
There's just so much detail in this lobby, all of the artwork, just so much of it.
And there are some cars, which will be Cars Land opens at California this week.
And this car section of Disney's Art of Animation opens in just days.
And we will be there, and we'll be giving you a full report next week on that as well.
The seagulls from Finding Nemo.
Mine.
There's a few different areas where they have the seagulls. One of the things that differentiates Disney's Art of Animation Resort from any of the other value resorts is that interior hallways. And Little Mermaid won't have them, but all of the suites have the interior corridors.
And I like the little touches. They both buildings that we checked out have different artwork. And on the 4th floor here, we see a few of our friends from Finding Nemo.
Nemo and Dory.
Mm-hmm. And here we are going down the hallway. And if you look down, I think it's the EAC, the East Australian Current, with a little hidden Mickey on the way to the room.
Room 5817 or Suite 5817.
And I'm about to hold up the key. Key is like on the cruise line. It has the tap feature. You just tap it. You don't slide it into anything. I think it has a RFID chip in it. And here is our room.
Here's the first view into our suite. That was the living room. And on the left-hand side, this pulls down. It's a table that pulls down into a bed. And there's our bedroom.
And I guess you would say this is the living quarters?
The living room. The sofa does pull out. We did not do
it.
We didn't do it. Why didn't we do it? And this is a wet bar. You have a sink, right, and a microwave. And it's not too much, but a little something.
And it has that cool dual coffee tea whatever maker.
You did like that.
I liked that. That was
You made coffee while I made tea.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Don't
exciting.
Get to do that. And there is your favorite chair.
No,
highly comfortable.
Be careful.
Make sure you plop down.
No, do not plop down in that chair. It's kind of hard. It's a hard chair.
And right under the TV, there's a compartment where you can plug in a video camera or your camera card, all sorts of things. It's very good, easy access.
But don't plop down in that chair. Don't listen to Jeff on that.
And those chairs are actually comfortable too. You didn't think these chairs here
And you really mean this time they are comfortable.
No, they really are. This time I'm being serious.
He was being facetious the last time.
Yeah,
but
whatever that means, I was being. But these chairs before are made out of a rubbery type thing, and they actually are
I actually
comfortable.
forgot to sit in them. We were so busy the whole time.
Fish are friends, the little porthole, like Mira says.
I like the bathrooms better than anything because they're much more muted than the living area.
And here is, I believe, Bruce.
And Dory.
Yes.
So this is a very nice curtain.
Our friends from the from Finding Nemo. But yeah, I like the bathrooms. They're both,
it's nice having two of them.
Right. Definitely nice having two. I made a point to shower in both.
And if you've ever been to Port Orleans Riverside very recently, this reminds me of the same tile in the bathroom.
Much pressure from the shower also.
I like the showers. I thought the shower heads were good.
And now we're going to enter into the master bedroom.
And the comforter is the stiffest comforter I've ever had in any resort, in any hotel.
Well, it is the first day. It's not been washed. It's the opening day. That's a bonus.
They need a fabric softener.
That's part of the advertisement.
It feels like a board.
Yes, that's what they're looking for. But you should be happy to have such a unsullied comforter.
And there's the view from the room.
Right.
And I think that's Dory.
Very colorful. I like looking out the windows and seeing the nice... there's the jellyfish lamps. More theming. Love the theming there.
And it is a very colorful headboard and bedspread.
Yes. And here is one of the nicest things, this big giant bathroom.
And there's the H2O products. I know you'll be showing those in a second.
And there's a little reference in Finding Nemo with a submarine. And another...
Similar to the first bathroom. It
Right.
looks the same as the first bathroom in that sense. And a glass shower.
Walk-in glass shower. Again, it has that super fast pressure on the shower, which I really liked.
Right, and of course it's upgraded from a normal value room.
Do any of the other values have this big walk-in
No.
shower? I don't believe I've seen that. So that's a bonus if you ask me.
And it looks sort of the same as the first one.
Yes, that's true. And here is one of the coolest things, the new H2O products.
And those blushing orange, the Mickey Mouse head flip top cap.
Yeah, you flip the head back and get the soapy goodness.
The soapy goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And there is the bedspread again.
More characters from Finding Nemo, of course. And here is our favorite little thing. If you would almost not know this turns into a bed if you aren't paying attention and reading the literature in the room. You just pull down on this, and what was a table becomes...
Unfortunately, Jeff only used one hand
Yes,
on this.
do not,
he was videotaping, and I was not there.
If you are recording it, it is very heavy.
No matter what, you should
heavy.
have two hands, either your two hands or two separate hands.
And these guys are to signify it is
Nemo
time
and
for the
Marlin.
kids to go to sleep, and your kids will go right to bed after
Yes.
looking at this. I guarantee it.
You can't
Sleepy?
guarantee that.
Yes.
And yeah, Nemo and Marlin, the kids won't even see it once they have their head laid down in front of them.
So I hear you had a question on Twitter.
I did. I had somebody who follows me ask me whether they should stay here or the cabins at Fort Wilderness as a party of 3. I used to be a Disney specialist travel agent. I probably booked over 1,000 trips in 6 years. My personal preference is Fort Wilderness. You have a fully equipped kitchen, tons of recreation, a slide and jacuzzi at the Meadows
I like that
complex.
jacuzzi.
I know, I love it. And the original campfire program is there. Here you have the food court, closer transportation. It's a little bit more childlike. With 3 adults, I would personally go with Fort Wilderness.
And our friends who also stayed opening night had six adults in one of these rooms, and we hear it was very tight.
I think either here or Fort Wilderness cabins would be a little bit tight, and I think I forgot at the beginning of the segment to say it was 3 adults and no kids.
Right. So anyway, that's it for the room. Now it's off to the big blue pool.
This is now the largest swimming pool on Walt Disney World property, and it will be one of 3 pools at Disney's Art of Animation Resort once every section is opened.
And just how big is this giant pool?
I don't know. I should have written it down, but I didn't. It's big. It's the biggest.
Bigger than Stormalong Bay.
Yes. but not as extensive. It's not, there's no beach bottom, there's no jacuzzi, so, no poolside.
But you know what it does have?
Jellyfish?
Well, it has that too, but it also has underwater Finding Nemo characters that will speak to you when you're swimming around.
I didn't go underneath the water. I didn't go in the water at all, actually, because it rained the second day all day.
Right. But every 7 minutes while the music is playing in the pool underwater, again, they will greet you or say some kind of thing.
This is a zero-depth entry pool, which I think is the first for any value resort.
Which is very, very helpful for the mobility challenged, I'm
or
sure.
those of us who just like to go in slowly.
Yeah. Yes, or sit in the surf.
And there's P. Sherman of Wallaby Way.
But on the flip side, it's actually the pool rules in the shape of goggles. And speaking of goggles, I would highly recommend wearing goggles if you're going to be underwater swimming around in the pool a lot.
We were told that there was like a saltwater filtration system.
Right, and that does not mean that it's salt water, because I was in the pool plenty and it was not salt water. There was no salt taste, but I think there's confusion about that.
But your eyes got a little bit itchier than normal, so we would recommend goggles.
I would, yeah. And
here's
a big,
another view of the pool.
Expansive shot trying to show how big this giant pool is.
And it certainly is. If you walk over from the Pop Century now, just to walk and see this pool after seeing the Pop Century pool, I'm just wondering if they're going to start upgrading any of the other value resort pools or not.
Well, it is gated.
It is gated. The first value resort pool to be gated.
And this is very cool. It is a 4-person ping pong table.
And it reminds me of is it air hockey table?
Air hockey, right. There's a 4-person air hockey table
in the game
arcade
room. So it reminds me exactly of that. And there's Bruce the Shark on one of the buildings.
And plenty of chairs.
There is
plenty
a ton
of
of
deck
chairs.
But it was opening day, so there's not a lot of people there. And it was a little overcast too.
Right. I mean, only one of the sections is open so far. That's the Finding Nemo area. So there's still 3 sections to go. So probably even after Cars opens, it won't be too packed here.
Right. But again, in less than a week, it will be joined by another pool, the Cozy Cone pool, over at the car section. So we'll look forward to checking that out.
So along with the section opening, there'll be another pool as well. And we can't wait to see that area.
French fries.
Yes, and when we first saw this, when we were over at the Pop Century taking pictures, I just called it the French fry pool because that's what to me it looked like.
And we still call it that, but it's actually called the Schoolyard Sprayground. Try saying that 5 times fast.
I'd rather say the French fry pool.
Yes, me too. But it's a really, really nicely themed kid area, spray area, a sprayground.
A Sprayground. And I just wanted to mention that we just saw Crush. There is so much texture in these characters. Crush has a lot of texture, and not only him, but some of the smaller ones as well.
And Mr. Ray.
Mr. Ray.
Much texture in Mr. Ray.
Yes, and it's not like they're just plastic. You can really see, again, like the gills in the fish and the neck of Crush. It's just very, very, very nicely detailed. This is the Righteous Reef playground with Squirt, and I like that the dry playground is right next to the pool. Unlike anytime you go to most of the resorts, it's so hard to find the playground. So it's nice that everything is in one place.
So be sure to check back next week. We'll have much, much more from Disney's Art of Animation Resort and the new car section. This week's vintage segment will be a little different in honor of the big California event this week, Cars Land.
At Disney's California Adventure.
Right, and Buena Vista Street. I'm just going to share some concept art from my collection. We won't get into big detail. If people like this and want more, we'll do extra.
You have a ton of concept
art. Yes, I have lots of concept art. So this was Mickey's Movieland, and that was originally going to be built at Disney MGM Studios back in the day. This would have been a replica of the original Disney Hyperion Studios, and I think they're going to put it at Sunset Boulevard area someplace, so it would have been cool. Much of this was on display at the exit of the Walt Disney Story at the Magic Kingdom, so it's nice to look at it now all these years, 21 years later. Disney always says that they never get rid of a good idea, so some of this stuff might look familiar to you.
Like the Red Trolley.
Like the Red Trolley, which is making a big comeback just this week in DCA. Right. So they originally wanted to put these at Hollywood Studios going up and down what's now Sunset Boulevard. That's a very rare shot of the red car trolley.
I think that would have been very cool.
I agree. And what this is
Toontown.
Toontown, or Maroon Studios, to be exact. And they were going to put all this at the end of Sunset Boulevard, where the tower and Rock and Roller Coaster are. So there are various rides. They were going to have a Benny the Cab, Baby Herman's Runaway Baby Buggy Ride, and Toontown Trolley. A lot of these images haven't been seen before, but
And that was the Baby Buggy Ride.
And there is Baby Herman himself, which is a very rare image. So it's very cool to see some of this stuff now. But the coolest of all are these flying saucers.
Inside the Carousel of Progress.
Right. They were going to be gutting the building, putting this in. Very reminiscent of the brand new Luigi's
Flying Tires in Disney's California Adventure.
Right. And this would be the observation area. You'd look out, wait for your turn to go on the tires, and who knows, maybe someday we'll...
It would be nice if we actually got them here.
Just maybe not in the Carousel building.
Hopefully not.
Anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.